Hello? Hello? All right. Hello. Sorry. Good afternoon and welcome to the Creative Writing and Fashion Design Summer Gala Showcase. My name is Tess Alverison and I'm a senior here at Co-op. And though there may be gray skies outside, spring is here and seniors already have their minds on summer. Am I right? So let's let the sun shine in on our main stage today and offer a warm welcome to the very talented creative writers of Co-op at our Summer Gala Showcase. We'll have over 20 student writers reading their work to you today. Directly following our reading, Mr. T. Montgomery will host a fashion show featuring the designs he and his students have been working on. Some of the designs will be modeled by our writers here as well. For those who are interested, there will be a National Art Honor Society introduction ceremony and gallery opening following our showcase. And we encourage you to support the Co-op Strings and Band performance in a collaborative Pops concert at Wilbur Cross tonight at 6:30 p.m. I'd like to thank our principal, Ms. Belton, arts director, Ms. Migliori, production manager, Ms. Alexander, and our creative writing teachers, Ms. Yates, Ms. Zuskan, Mr. Nelkin, Mr. Marchese, and Ms. McKelvey for their guidance in helping us make magic on the stage this afternoon. And we are most grateful for the technical assistance provided by our senior stand manager, Jaden Ween. I'd like to kick off the showcase by reading you an untitled piece that I myself wrote. Women are the ripples of the water, in the gentle rivers and the tumultuous sea, ever-changing tides guided by the moon. The moon is an empress. She shines a light on your faded path, guiding your way home. Her soft light shines through the glass, keeping watch, asking the god of dreams for your restful slumber. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nani Ortiz. I'm a freshman in creative writing, and today I'm going to be reading you guys a poem called The Colors in You alongside my guitarist, Angel Glass from the Strings program. We are born into this dark, colorless world, expected to become something, expected to make use of what is around us. Maybe that is why I saw the colors in you. How the red on your cheeks clashes with the brown of your eyes, or how you can burn scarlet when you get nervous. I see it all, the colors in you. I notice how vibrant you look with damp cheeks, soft tears falling against your tan skin, pink undertones appearing, and suddenly I'm very hard of hearing. I get lost with the colors in you. You wear dark and plain clothes, yet your body is colorful. Your mind swirls with beautiful red vinyl and brown wood, the clearest color of rosin, making it all so clear, my biggest fear. You are too bright for this dark and colorless world. You plague others with your vibrance, oppressing these stupid tyrants. Oh, how I see it all, the colors in you, from the pinks to the blues, all the wonderful colors in you.
Yes, okay. Alright. Hi, my name is Jake Warner. I'm a creative writing senior, and I will be reading my piece that has no name because it's a speech. Alright. You know, I didn't think I would make it to this point. In my senior year with honors, and in good mental state, making my own money, getting multiple acceptances from colleges, I'm actually looking forward to my future for a change. Even sitting up on this stage and reading this piece to you all. I never thought I'd be able to do any of this. Seriously, how did I manage to get to this point? If someone were to ask me 4 years ago if I thought I was capable of being able to accomplish everything I've accomplished so far, I would immediately say no. Because I wouldn't have felt like I was capable, especially after going through all the bullying and ridicule I went through. I couldn't even see myself living past 16, let alone getting into co-op. For most of the time, I pondered over how much more of this I can take before I snap. I was drowning in my own self-pity and humiliation, wondering when I'll decide that enough is enough and leave this world on my own accord. I was in a really dark place, and despite people closest to me believing I was capable and that I had potential if I was given the opportunity, I myself couldn't believe that I'd be anything more than what I was at the time. A boy who gave up. A boy who felt like he was too far gone to stand a chance when it came to finding something good. But I was wrong. I ended up overcoming who I was to become something else, something better, something hopefully people would be proud of, and they were, even if I wasn't. Because even though I was going through a period of major character development like I'm doing right now, I still don't believe that I've reached my full potential that others have believed I can reach. I still feel like I have a long way to go before I can be proud of myself and love myself, but at the very least I tolerate myself, so that's a good thing, right? Even if that's not considered a huge accomplishment on a general standpoint, this has not been an accomplishment for me, because if my past self could see me now, he'd be left in utter disbelief as to how I grew from who I was. And if he were to ask, I feel like I would say it's just dumb luck, because I still have not managed to understand it. Sometimes I feel like I'm just looking down on another person's successes in life and creating these scenarios in my head that I end up feeling like I'm living out because I imagine them in great detail. But then I realize I lost my imagination once middle school came and passed, so there goes that theory. I wish I could find some way to explain it rather than just saying it's dumb luck, but I really don't know how else to explain it. I really did get lucky. I don't know how, nor do I know why, but I did. Even if I didn't think I deserved a fresh start, I knew that I wanted it. I knew that I wanted out of my town school district. I knew that I wanted to break out of my shell that I felt trapped in, but I didn't feel safe. But when I got here, I did. Not gonna lie, it took me up to this year to finally get over the surrealness of being in this school. Being in a new environment where even though it has its clear flaws, it can never be worse than North Haven Public Schools. Anyways, being in this school took a long time for me to get used to. I didn't think it would take this long of a time for me to get used to. I didn't think it would take me this long since usually I adapt to new environments rather quickly, but at the same time, I can't really be that surprised. I was new. I was scared. But I was also excited. Before, I used to try so hard to fit in. I tried to be like everyone else so I didn't wind up being the odd one out, because finding someone else who was like me felt rare. When I got here, despite the initial struggle, I realized that I didn't need to try and fit in and that I can just be me. Also, that being like me is a lot more common than I originally thought, because wow, this school is gay as hell. And for context, yes, I knew that LGBTQ plus people existed, but my town school district was filled with straight and mostly white people, so I didn't really know what I was getting myself into when it came to getting into this school, hence the initial struggle. I didn't know if it would go good or bad, if it would be a diverse or inclusive or anything. I went in completely blind because I came from a state of desperation. All I knew was that the school was a magnet school and that you had to apply to get in. I didn't even know that magnet schools existed at the time, so yeah. But in the end, it worked out. These 4 years of high school may not have been as great as I wanted them to be, but I have no regrets. I also have no anger over anything that caused my years to be altered. Not at all. Definitely not COVID that put us in a quarantine for over a year and caused my mental health to deteriorate. Okay, fine. I may have a bit of anger over that, but still, that's all, I promise. Regardless, I lived. I'm still here, somehow. Despite wishing I was able to grow a lot more than I did through these years of high school, I think I can say I did the best I could. After all, I'm only one person who can only do so much. And the goals I set for myself are probably too much for me to achieve in only 4 years. Even though that may seem like a long time initially, in high school, 4 years passed by uncomfortably quick. Hell, I still have those days where I feel like I'm that nervously excited 15-year-old going through his freshman year, wondering how much he'll be able to accomplish here. Thinking that everything that has happened from the day before COVID hit to now is a long-running fever dream I have yet to wake up from. But it's not. Strangely, this is real life. This is the future. I'm not that nervous 15-year-old trudging his way through freshman year anymore. I'm now a soon-to-be 19-year-old senior with the slightest bit of confidence and tolerance for himself. I know it may not seem like I'm this expressive and I kind of just always have an unserious personality, but that's just a part of me. I like to be humorous and make people laugh, whether it's intentional or not. But I also like to try and help people by encouraging them to talk to me, basically being the friend that hands out free therapy as if it were pieces of candy. And you'd be right about me not being seemingly this expressive, and it's because I don't show it. In my mind, I am. In my work, I am. Outside of that, I am someone who's trying to be. I am someone who's still trying to let go of his past so he can be able to find peace in this crazy world. Yes, I still struggle. Yes, my past experiences affect how I make certain decisions in certain situations. But in a way, I think that's a good thing. Because if I didn't learn the tough lessons I learned by going through these bad experiences, I probably wouldn't have grown into the person I am today. I probably wouldn't be as aware, meaning I wouldn't be making smarter decisions. I probably wouldn't be as wise or funny or intelligent as people have claimed me to be, even though I don't really see it. I probably wouldn't be as much of myself in general. True, I wouldn't have had to face bad experiences and make several stupid mistakes, but at the end of the day, that's a part of life. Life isn't perfect, people are imperfect. All we can do is strive to be the best that we can be and hope that it's enough. And I believe that the more you go through, the more you learn and grow as a person. Because let's be honest, how would you be able to figure out who you are as a person if there's nothing you go through to help shape you? Thank you.
Okay. December. Oh. December was the month I hated. All I wanted was to take the place of a Christmas tree ornament. My vacation was supposed to be spent relaxing, looking for new opportunities. Instead, every single day, I had a new vision of how I would die in my room or on the bathroom floor. Each day, I've imagined myself being a leaf that falls down from a tree, being stepped on. Every day. I want to be happy with myself, and I'm proud of some of the choices I've made. But the choice I've made to stay alive, well, I'm proud of it. Me being alive is only so the people around me stay happy. Without them, I would not be here. To this day, after struggling with these thoughts for almost 4 years, I still don't get it. I don't get how my existence has brought people happiness. Really, out of all the flowers in the garden, from the roses to sunflowers, daisies to daffodils, I am a dandelion. I am a weed. I'm not as beautiful as the other flowers. But anyways, that was my December. How was yours?
Hi, my name is Danae Whitaker, and I'll be sharing a poem called Only for Those Who Understand. I've come to realize that to be a good poet, you're often planning the demise of the person you once were. Every time my pen whispers the secrets of my mind to a blank piece of paper, a flash of a girl I used to know gets lost in an arrangement of words. To you, my discomfort may seem somewhat poetic, but to me, I'm slow dancing in the pits of a hell my mind created, trying not to find comfort in chaos. Yes, poetry is beautiful, and I'm glad to know that you all are entertained. But if you were to understand how every poem I've ever written is me searching for a girl I buried ages ago, you would finally realize that to be a good poet, the poet must die. Thank you.
Hi. My name's DeAndre, and I'm just reading the part 2 of the story I did in the fall. Um, yeah, so like if you remember, the two sisters was, they was in the basement, and Nessa asked, "What was that?" Because something happened. And now to start this off, Marina's gonna ask, what was she talking about? All right. What was what? Girl, nothing. I was just messing around. See, I should really slap the shit out you. All right, let's go back up. They both walked out the basement, and the lights turned off again for 5 seconds, then came back on. Now, Nessa, I'm not about to keep playing with you. Girl, I swear to God, it wasn't me. Right. Maybe it's on her head. How about we go in the living room and watch TV? I mean, ain't nothing better to do. They both walked to the living room, sat on the couch, and turned on Avatar: The Legend of Korra. Hey Nessa, you ever notice how Korra is a way better Avatar than Aang? What are you talking about? The last Airbender series was definitely better, and Aang would beat her up. No, he wouldn't. Korra mastered 3 of the 4 elements at 4 years old. Girl, bye. The doorbell rang. Marina, tell your friend to go home. It is too late in the night for them to be over here. I ain't telling anybody to come here. Well, go check, because you're the only one people come here for. Okay, I guess I'll go see. Marina got up and went, and she peeked through the porch camera and saw a tall, shadowy figure. The fuck? She thought. She paused and looked for a sec. Get the fuck off my porch, bitch! Get off this porch! The shadowy figure faded into the night. Marina, why are you yelling? This weirdo was outside our door. Oh, what he look like? Girl, all I could see was red eyes and some yellow ass teeth. Bye, you're dead wrong. So Marina headed back to the living room. All right, so where were we? Girl, what was that? They both looked at each other and just looked to the back door, the back sliding glass door, to hear where the band came from. So Nessa, she went running towards the door. Wait for me! Marina ran and caught up to Nessa. There was the shadowy figure again, standing tall. Only thing separating it from Nessa and Marina was a sliding glass door. Here go this nigga again. What did I just tell you? The shadowy figure just stood tall. Nessa is just there, staring it down, analyzing the situation. She noticed the being's hand began moving towards the handle. It's locked, dumbass, Marina said. The person was fiddling with the handle, and the door was unlocking. Both of their faces were drained of color. Ooh, Chile, we need to hide! Marina hid behind a chair. Nessa hid behind the counter. The being was now in the house, slowly examining the area. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Marina poked her head out. Nessa, why is it just standing there? Girl, I don't know, but it's very disturbing to look at. See, I will never understand how you're so unbothered by these situations. I'm just a bad bitch, if I do say so myself. No, you're a sad bitch. Oh, girl, not too much. Marina laughed loudly. Her laugh caught the shadowy figure's attention. Oh, no! Marina got up and ran out the area and ran up the stairs. The being followed her. Nessa! Hold on, girl. I got you. Just distracted. Okay. Marina backed up a bit. The shadowy figure stood tall in front of her. Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. What's up? Marina challenged the figure, but she was visibly nervous. Girl, please. I'm not the one, the shadowy figure said as it put its hands up. Marina put her hands up as well. See, now I'm gonna knock your dumb ass out. Swing first, bitch. No, you swing first. No, you. No, you. No, you. Suddenly, the figure fell on the floor, face down, and knocked out cold. Behind where it once stood was Nessa with a baseball bat. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, Nessa, you did it. You're the best. Marina walked over the figure's body, like literally walked over it, like, you know. Oh, but I thought I was a sad bitch. You know, I was just playing. I know. Nessa hugged Marina. Now let's go finish watching our show. Even though you know your opinion was wrong about who was the better avatar, you get the fuck out my face. Wait, I'm playing. Okay, just come on. Coming. In the end.
Hi, my name is Kayla Tarazi. I'm a creative writing senior, and I'm going to read my piece called Sisterhood. How I love being a woman. I find myself fitting into the stereotypes, and I don't mind it a bit. I wear my femininity like a badge of honor. Everything I own has to be pink. Purses and shoes excite me. I despise sports and getting dirty. I love makeup and glitter, and I've watched more rom-coms than I can count. I remember the joys of being a young and innocent girl, making potions with mud and sticks like a witch, taking my dolls on adventures, and trying and failing to cook in my easy-bake oven. I love it all, but there are those who want us to be ashamed, those who teach us to triple-check our skirts for stains, because God forbid a woman is on her period, the only blood that is not spilled from violence, and it repulses people the most. Sister is a synonym for relative. Relative are our experiences. But we are united by a similar understanding that being a woman is having the confidence to be yourself in a world that wants you to resent who you are. Womanhood isn't all sunshine, lip gloss, and flowers, but sisterhood is a powerful thing. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Adi Claremont. I'm a creative writing senior, and I will be reading my poem, G is for Boy. G is for grassy yards and heat-baked days, the sweet tang of cherries and the blood-red stains that follow. It's for leaping over anthills while holding my sister's hand, small and sticky with the summer heat. G is for giggling, raging, discerning girls, free in our bubble of femininity in absence of such, belonging only to nature, dirty fingernails stretching up to the sky, aging out of ambiguity. G is for gaping at my reflection, mouth propped open for words that refuse to be spoken, an unfamiliar face, crying over my increasingly hairy legs and the lengths I had to go to hide them. G is for guarded thoughts and self-imposed suppression, raised to be bounded by airy waves goodbye and dainty smiles, a curated retaliation, a life spent trying to exist in the gaps of pleated skirts and condescension only a woman can hear. G is for goodbye to girlhood, a reluctant metamorphosis.
Hi, my name is Trinity, and I'll be reading my poem, Burnt Out. I can't remember her name, but I remember her struggle. I remember her stress to get validation, academic validation. The validation that only seemed to exist in her brain, the doubts in the long nights, the perfectionist that kept her mind awake late hours of the night. She wasn't even a morning person, so getting no sleep wasn't an option, but she pushed anyways. She pushed till she couldn't bear the thought of school, not even the friends there made her happy. Burnt out. She wanted to leave, and I'm not just talking about school. She went past her limit with no mercy from others. No one holding her hand because metaphoric hands aren't meant to be held. She continues to die that same day of the month, reaching her max, then aborting back to hell. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Cassandra Claremont, and I am a creative writing sophomore. Today, I will be reading a poem entitled Forehead Kisses. Parents kiss foreheads and ban exposure with virtuous intentions, never realizing how distant they are from current struggles and ideologies children face. Kids rebel from parents, claiming originality, never realizing how similar their actions are to the choices made by their younger mother all those years ago. Will they ever realize how much they feed into the cycle with the gerontocracy stubborn to adapt to the new ways of the youth? Will they ever realize how a little acceptance and freedom can break it? Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Ava Berthelo Hill, and I will be reading my poem, Today's Youth Uncovers Tomorrow's Truth. The tiniest spark can light the mightiest match. Only the smallest urge for a change will set the flame. There is no way to tame the flame set in Generation Z, because we are on a mission and that mission leads to victory. You underestimate the power of a phone, the power that can be shown through an invisible string that connects everyone and everything. We will stand up for what we believe in. Believe me when I say that today is a day that we will plant our seeds and succeed, because the power of our community is more powerful than you will ever be. So make it known that the power of youth will always uncover the truth. Although the past cannot be changed, the future will be ours to arrange. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kaden Davila Sanabria. I am a creative writing sophomore, and I will be reading my poem entitled Wretched Rising. Can you feel the ephemeral tranquility of life, the fleeting joy of wind on the ocean, swallowed up by desperate lungs clawing for salvation? A wild thrashing thing with gnarled hands reaching out from stony death towards the waning rays of a dying sun. As it walks with ugly feet on the sad and drying earth, its spine begins to straighten as debris falls off its shoulders, no longer a burden to carry. Slowly the wild thing will awaken, crafting artifice and lies till they have some semblance of a life. A life which allows them to claim identity and assimilate to a society of wild, wretched things that can't even remember that they were ever wild. For years, it will continue to follow, to build a life, to create a bacchanal, to the wonderfully mundane. These wretched things will gather as they pray to wretched gods. They will have their wretched children, and they will wail at the wretched sun. The child will learn to pray and sing and be complacent where it stands. Its snarls and bumps will smooth to skin, and it will adorn itself in jewels. And one day it will sit in church silently and wait, and the sandstone walls will close in, coughing dust at wretched faces. All the people will start to panic at the altar where they kneel. They cry and scream and wail as their smooth skin turns gray and gnarled, and their backs will hunch over and their fine clothes will tear as they shriek and shriek and shriek until it stops. No longer a slave to performative perfection, they will wither away to dust, entombed once more in wretched, miserable earth. And the waning moon shines through stained glass, painting the world in greens, golds, and blues. And all that's left is the blood-stained sandstone where the wretched thing once stood. Thank you.
My name is Anyoki Petit, and I'll be reading my poem called A Love Letter. Huh? Yeah, it's good. Dear unknown lover, you're the last person whom I believe I will write a letter to, but I feel like I know what to say to you more than anyone else, because you, I don't know. It's weird writing this because I know you'll never get your hands on this letter, and I'll probably never find a lover or a soulmate. It feels more like a superficial letter to a non-existent lover. At night, when I find it hard to sleep, I make fake scenarios of how you and I meet. Sometimes I secretly draw an image of what you look like. I imagine the color of your eyes, your sweet bodily scent. It keeps me sane. You're an illusion, and I like that. I can't help but want to believe that you're real, patiently waiting for us to cross paths. I would like to know everything about you, your favorite color, food, and music. I want us to be best friends. I want to be there for you when you're sad and scared of the unknown. I want to be there for you when you need a shoulder to cry on the most. I honestly tend to think I'm just too ugly for anyone to really like me, and I probably am. Would you like me for who I am? I hope so. I hope you show me the love I am unable to show myself. And I hope the kiss we share is like one of those movie moments where the whole world disappears and I fall into you like spring falls into summer. Sincerely, your unknown lover. Thank you.
Okay. Hi, I'm Miracle. I'm a freshman, and the poem I'm going to be reading today is called A Description of Her. She's so lovely, her hair so curly, her skin so nicely darkened, her style so unique, her body so pure. She's such a lovely human. She's so confident but so shy. I can stare at her for hours and never get tired. She's so delicate but so strong. She's kind-hearted and she cares more for her friends than herself. I think she forgets to put herself first even, but that's okay. She's like a goddess. She walks with confidence, so proud of her accomplishments. She doesn't know how much I appreciate her, but she's so much more to me than just a girl. She's worth so much more than she puts herself up to. She has such potential. Her laugh will warm your soul. Her singing will blow your mind. She can fix herself up fairly quickly. She doesn't really need to try. She cares so deeply. She loves so hard. She's gentle overall. She's extremely observant. She won't judge with her mouth, but she'll use her eyes instead. If you look close enough, you'll be able to learn her language. She's passionate about the things she chooses to love, and she's considerably the perfect girl.
Hello everyone, my name is Nadia, and today I will be reading a poem I wrote called A Girl I Know. There's a girl I know, a girl whose eyes wander anywhere and everywhere. You doubt they'd ever stop wandering, it's rare that they do. But if you happen to be the rest stop for her eyes, you should consider yourself special. She'll truly admire you. She'll take the time to see you, examine you really, from the lint in your hair to the scuffs on your shoes. But if you catch her, she'll shy away, probably curse you for disrupting her gaze, but she'll remember you, might even run into you on purpose, and wouldn't say a thing, just stare at you again and again until you start listening. To her body, it's how she communicates. She's not a big talker, but you'll be able to understand her if you just wait. Wait and watch her every move. Her legs bouncing rapidly along with her hands moving carelessly. Her legs crossed elegantly despite her lazy, disrupted posture. Her chest rising slowly, then falling quickly, and her eyes again, wandering, watching, searching. She's interested in interesting beings. She won't stop until she finds one. And when she does, she gets invested. She's determined to learn everything about you, every little detail that can fit into her mind. She knows you're worth it. She wouldn't waste her time if she didn't think so. But she also knows that she's worth it. She's worth every thought you have about her. She's worth every word you say to her. She's worth every touch. She's worth discovering. She deserves someone to be transfixed by her, so much that they stalk her in the same way she stalks you. Don't break her, though, because she'll never forget you, no matter how much she cared. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kayla Stanton. I'm a freshman creative writer, and today I'm reading a piece on behalf of my friend Talia James, who couldn't be here today. The white snow stains red. No one heard from Bunny. While misting posters spread, I begin to wish it was me instead. Missing you as it snows, I don't want this feeling to grow. While families are celebrating snow, I'm still looking for Bunny. Bunny with pale skin. Bunny loved the snow. I miss Bunny on my shoulder. While the snow melted, Bunny's body appeared. Her lovely skin turned blue, and her body froze. Bunny was gone for weeks. Nobody knew as her cries were muffled by the snow. How will I live when she's not here? Bunny was smart and bright. School is empty without her light. During the time and months she loved is a time when she went above. I will find the person who took your spark, my bunny beloved.
Good afternoon, my name is Diana Guerra and I'm a freshman creative writing student. I'm going to be reading my poem titled Time Apart. I miss how we used to be. I miss when we didn't argue. I miss when you used to kiss me. I miss when you would tell me you miss me. Lately it has felt like all the plans we have made are starting to crumble, like everything we went through was for nothing, making me stumble. Like the love that I had for you didn't mean anything in your eyes, like I wasn't good enough for you or anyone else. The thought of no longer being by your side makes me sick, just like when I first started to fall in love with you, except this time it's not as quick. Everything is falling apart, and all I want is to restart. Maybe we do need our time apart, but my mind and my heart can't seem to want that. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Michaela Holly, and I'm going to be reading a short story that I wrote called Illusions. Today is the day that my life ends. They're coming for me, and they will not stop until I'm dead. I'm sure you're wondering right now who they are. You're probably going to think I'm insane, or maybe even delusional if I tell you this, but they're aliens. Evil, vicious aliens that kill with no care for anything or anyone. And they're on their way to take me, all because I'm the key to eradicating them. You can even say that I'm the chosen one. The only human in a world full of beings who only care about finding different ways to off each other. I knew ever since I could walk that I was put on this earth to save it. To kill all of these creatures who will care for only satisfying their own greed. And I did just that. I've lost count of how many of those beasts I've killed. If I try to estimate, I've killed about 400 from the age of 13 until now. Sometimes I think I should feel bad about it. Then I remember that they don't deserve pity. They don't deserve to live. They're just evil wastes of space that don't deserve to breathe the air of this world. As I'm stuck in my thoughts, there's a loud bang from downstairs. They're here, I think, with a smirk on my face. I pick up my knife and waltz my way downstairs. I find them in the living room searching for something. Well, hello there, what are you doing? I say smugly. They turn around and look at my knife in terror. Ma'am, please drop the weapon or we will be forced to shoot, one of them said as they all raised their guns. No, I won't drop my weapon and allow you evil creatures to take me. Ma'am, we're not aliens. We are the police, they say slowly to her as if she's a ticking time bomb. Stop lying. You're the creatures that need to be eradicated, I say hysterically as my head starts to throb. They look at each other and seem to have conversations with their eyes. Ma'am, we are not aliens. They are not real. Everything you're saying isn't real. As they say this, the pressure in my head gets worse. What are you talking about? I mumble out as I grab my head. You suffer from schizophrenia, ma'am. None of the things you're talking about are real. As these words are uttered, my brain is ambushed by a wave of memories. The pressure in my head is lifted. He's right, I think, as I realize it wasn't aliens I was killing. It was people. And somehow, I still couldn't feel any remorse. They don't deserve to live. With this thought, I raise my knife and charge, never feeling an ounce of regret, even as I'm struck by several bullets and I drop to the ground. They don't deserve to live, is my last thought as I leave this miserable world with a smile. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Abby Esposito, and I'm going to be reading my poem entitled Before. Before you dream of me tonight, you must first know that the starlight above my bed out the window is shining, but stars are absent, because I don't deserve the light when it's only the dark that haunts me and taunts me and won't ever stop. Before you dream of me, you should know the colors of over the sandy beaches and bright blue oceans with the old rotten docks that haunt me. Haunt me because what's underneath the sand my feet feels as coarse than thin walking underneath those docks before leaving them again. Before you dream of me, you must know the snowy covers over the busy sidewalks of Manhattan, how the snow emulates the smell of pure delight, how those same streets with the bright constellations above are the same ones that will always haunt me for not saying something when we were younger. Before you come over in the evening, you should know that what happened between me and my high school friends that night is the past, not the present. But the past is known to come back to haunt me. Before you learn to like me, you should learn to hate me. Hate me because of what happened to him under those old fishing docks. Hate me for not stopping them. I remember the sound of a metallic clink and the sand being dug up by the same shovel, the waves crashing closer and closer, and I didn't stop it. Before you can begin to understand, know that I never meant for this to happen or for it to be kept secret. Those kids I used to be so close with taunted me, and other ghosts haunt me. And him, he was so kind for what? Kind for what laws they broke, what crimes they committed, what I had to bear witness, the secrets they coerced me to keep forcing my silence from the never-ending violence of that night. Before you could love me, you should get to know who he was. He was, not is. That's my fault. I let those stupid people I once called my friends get away with something so heinous and now have such an overwhelming grayness. Before you go confide in the cops, please know all the facts so that you can stop this nightmare of mine. Please stop were his last words as he shouted so loud that you could barely hear the fireworks blasting off that Saturday night. The 4th of July is when he died. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Shel Swaby, and I'll be reading my poem entitled Murder in the Mirror. I see you in my memories in every TikTok I scroll past. I mourn for you in the present, but fear for our future. I hear nothing from you, only the new voices that occupy my head. But each and every tear for you is a reminder of what I believe I must strive for. There is you, and then there's me. I am the mirror, the doll, the princess among lords, yet you are the monster with your exuberant demeanor and a hoodie as your cloak. They want to keep me from you, free my hand from the grip that intertwines us, yet I simply cannot let go. For you are the child I wanted to protect once upon a time. But each whisper, each carrot dangled in my eyesight becomes a halo that isn't the correct shade and isn't visible enough to proclaim me as good. So I will destroy us, no matter how long it takes. If I hurt us in the process, it shall be for the better. If I succumb to the voices, tell future me with their friends, husband, and 2 children, you're welcome. Either we go down together, or I change you for the better, so that my princess dreams become reality and not the mere fantasy from my youth. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Zayla. I have 2 pieces for you guys today. The first one is called Hold Me Tighter. Following along with that, the second one is called Slam Poetry. Don't fall. Hold me tighter. Hold me as tightly as you do with your gaze. When you look at me with inky solid eyes, keep me as close to the edge as you do with your tongue, as your rigid words fall off like dominoes. Hold me tighter than you internally have. Hold me as tightly as your mind does when approaching the thoughts of me. Hold me tighter. I want to feel the warmth of you against the coldness of me. I want you to feel the burn in me, burn with me. The fire that we have for each other compares to no spark. Hold me tighter than your jeans do, how they fit so snugly around your curves. Hold me tighter so that I can feel them. Hold me as tightly as a viper would when it's wrapped around its prey. Keep me as your prey. Hold me tighter, firmer. As firm as a wedding band would grip a cushion-cut diamond. Hold me tighter so that I can give you that diamond ring. Hold me as thoroughly as you would with a newborn child, rocking and cherishing such small beings. Though I am bigger, hold me just as tightly. Hold me as substantially as you would like. Hold me like you would hold your lips shut when they come close to mine. Hold me tighter with your hands. Hold me tighter with your arms. Hold me tighter with your body and hold me tighter with your mind. Then hold me tighter with your eyes. Hold me securely, tighter and tighter until I'm on the brick of pain. My skin starting to heat up and flare, heat waves washing over me. I want to feel every inch of that fire that we have of each other burning. You wrapping tightly around my flames as they swallow yours. Hold me tightly, hold me in place, 'cause I can't ever seem to get enough. Hold me tighter than the knots in my stomach are. Hold me tighter in your love, your embrace, the dimples that stay in your face. Hold me tighter, tighter than your strength allows you to. Hold me tighter. Slam poetry. This may be controversial, but I never believed in slam poetry. I never believed in screaming from the top of my lungs your lines of poetry, because I never seemed like poetry to me. I never liked the idea of spitting your poetry so aggressively, to the point your words stick to the foreheads of your front row audience. I never understood why a person used their your outdoor voice for an indoor piece. I would constantly think to myself, why can't they just be quiet? Because all my life, I had been told to just be quiet. Lower your voice, lower your tone, speak softer, speak smoother, so that they don't hear the gravel in your voice. I would tell you slam poets to be quiet. That was me lowering the volume on your voice. That was me shutting your helpless, angerful, vulnerable mouthful of words out. I never liked slam poetry because I was always too scared to write it. Too scared to be seen being aggressive by my teachers or fellow peers in case they were to deem me too irrational, too unprepared, too loud. Too scared to take what's mine on the stage using up my time and get called too demanding. So I talked lower. I talked softer. I talked sweeter until I noticed that I was almost silent. And I don't want to be silent anymore. I don't want to be afraid to use the rubble that grinds the gears of my vocal cords. The pebbles in my throat consist of your degrading words that climbed up my esophagus, choking my speaking box to the point that I started to go mute. Being told to not sound so harsh, not to yell, use your indoor voice. Well, who the hell are you to tell me what I make of my voice? My mind so vivid of what I want, my words are so keen with meaning, it splits my tongue into two, but you tried to shut me up. And I've tried to shut you out in return when I started to turn to the same people that told me to lower my tone. But I won't do that anymore. I'll use the voice that God gifted to me, the same voice my mother heard me use in a dream when she conceived me, the same voice that you are hearing today, the same voice that won't allow you to shut it away. Lock it in a Pandora's box and throw away the key. You've tried throwing away my key. I never liked slam poetry. I never liked to yell. I never liked to shout. I never liked to raise my voice until now. Though it feels like a new beginning, the start of my eyes open to a new profound purpose in my life. Although I may not like it and the thought is still kind of foggy, I'm allowing you to hear my voice. I'm allowing myself to higher it an octave. I don't think I'll ever get used to it, but I think but I'd like to give slam poetry a try. Am I supposed to say anything after that? I didn't know I was supposed to say anything after that. I don't know. I just kind of stopped talking. I didn't know I was supposed to say anything. Sorry. Okay, so this was kind of brought to my attention to say around Monday. But this is my last creative writing show, or last show I will be doing at Co-op. I'm leaving. This isn't more of a goodbye, more of a see you later. I don't know what the future brings, but as of now, this is my last creative writing show. I want to thank everybody, all the support from Miss A to Ms. Eskin to Miss Miggs, even my peers, Miss Weber, Miss McKelvey. I just want to thank everybody for the time that I've been here, even though it's been kind of short. So I want to give a little highlight on that. I know, so sad. Don't cry. But thank you so much for joining us in our last summer gala show of the year. I hope that you all enjoyed as we have our second portion of the show, Wearable Art. Please give it up for Mr. T and his fashion design students.
Well, my friends. So I'm Mr. T like the drink, and I I do the wearable art class, and for the after-school program, I do wearable art and entrepreneurship. So my purpose for teaching in the first place is to inspire and empower. And when growing up, I was never really taught how to make money from my art. And so that's what I like to do for my students, just help them with a real life skill and then show them how to make money from it. So what we did today, I taught the students how to make different things: shirts, skirts, hats, bags, and you'll see a combination of that. So we can get started. All right, we can start walking, my friends.
I'm two kinds
Howdy.
of potential. Plus new ice house to sweat your warm. 1, 2, I'm Count Contessa. Yup, boo, I'm house possessor. Come to my town to get ya. Come to ice house to get ya. Coin hustle, I'm proud professor. Muscle,
All right, so
I'm
Adi
high
is wearing
and
the
inside
pants.
ice
Adi is
suggest ya.
wearing.
Run
They
to
were
like
printed
house
by
possessor.
Kai.
1, 1, 2, ice
The
house
pants were made by Dominic,
I'm Count Perfecta.
and then I made the top there.
Ice house contessa. 1, 2, my sound will get ya. Own, yup, boo, my styles will test ya. Come to ice house, so wreck ya. I'm two kinds of potential. Plus new ice house to sweat your warm. 1, 2, I'm Count Contessa. Yup,
So
boo,
Miracle's
I'm
wearing
possessor.
a
Come to
reversible
my town to
vest.
get ya. Come to ice house to get ya. Coin hustle, I'm proud professor. Muscle,
I
I'm
made
high
this one as
adapter.
well.
And in time I suggest ya. 1, 2, like house possessor. 1, 1, 2, I style the best. Until I'm Count Perfecta. Just new ice
So
house possessor.
Nadia's
1, 2,
rocking
my
this
sound will
tote
get
bag
ya. Own, yup, boo,
that
my
one of the
style will
students
test
made
ya.
earlier
Come
this
to
year.
ice house, so wreck ya. And if I shall select ya, muscle might
Okay.
can't detect the storm. Yup, boo, I'm out to get ya. Muscle might can't protect ya. And if I shall select ya, muscle might can't detect the storm. Yup, boo,
So this
I'm out
dress
to
was
get
made
ya.
by
Muscle
Miracle
might can't
Perez.
protect ya.
It's made of
Muscle
cotton.
might can't protect ya. Muscle might can't protect ya. Muscle might can't protect ya.
Whoa.
And the agreements, crystal PNT, little bands, the potential candy. Sand to the sea, so central.
All right, so I made this jumpsuit and the leather bag that she's
If you
wearing.
can't dance, and if you can't sing, put your hands in the air about your dancing. Stand to the beat, present your campaign, do your dance to the beat, the beat to B&B.
So this outfit was made by Precious, one of our seniors, and the tote bag was made from one of the other classes. All right, DeAndre. Okay, Andrew. So I made this hoodie, and then the bag was made by one of the students. My man. Alright. So Clever is wearing this satin set. It was designed by Shiloh. It's supposed to ensemble to look like a toucan. Word.
Dance to the beat with little B&B. Dance to the beat with little B&B. Dance to the beat with little B&B. I'm two kinds of potential. Plus new ice house to sweat your warm. 1, 2, I'm Count Contessa. Yup, boo, I'm house possessor. Come
So
to my
Denise
town to
made
get ya.
this ensemble.
Come to ice house to get ya. Coin hustle, I'm proud professor. Muscle, I'm high adapter. And in time I suggest ya.
She hand stitched the flowers on herself.
1, 2, I style the best.
Great job.
Until I'm Count Perfecta. Just new ice house contessa. 1, 2, my sound will get ya. Own, yup, boo, my style will test ya.
So Coda is wearing her own clothes.
I'm two kinds of potential.
Who else can rock it better?
Ice house to sweat your warm. 1, 2, I'm Count Contessa. Yup, boo, I'm house possessor. Come to my town to get ya. Come to ice house to get ya. Coin hustle, I'm proud professor.
Good job.
Muscle, I'm high adapter. And in time I suggest ya learn to like house princess. 1, 2, I styles the best until
Okay,
I'm
Zay.
perfecta. Just know I styles contesta. 1, 2, my sound will get ya on. Yep, boom, my
So
style.
Zay is wearing this layered dress made by Melly.
And if I shall select ya, muscle might can't detect the storm.
It's a poly blend fabric. It's stretched, bodycon, very comfortable.
And if I shall select ya, muscle might
That
can't
trailer's
detect the
dope, right?
storm. Yep, boom, I'm up to get ya. Muscle might can't protect ya.
And finally, we got Mr. Nelkin. Mr. Nelkin was actually my 10th grade English teacher. So it's kind of full circle. He's wearing one of my shirts now. Good job. All right, let's get everybody. All right, let me get my designers. Come on out. Yeah, come on out, designers. Let's walk in front. Don't be scared to show yourself. All right, here we have everyone. Great job, everyone. Just bow and then we can disperse. All right, great job. And there we have it. Thank you, everyone.